And welcome back to Southland Conference Basketball Media Day, presented by the Coshada Casino Resort. We are in Kinder, Louisiana, talking to every coach from every Southland Conference team on the men's and women's side. We're joined now by Jared Von Rosenberg, head coach of the A&M-Commerce men, and Valerie King, new head coach for the Texas A&M-Commerce women. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning. Excited to be here.
So, Coach King, I'll start with you. So, you had a very successful run as associate head coach in New Mexico. You were there for 7 years. Lobos made it to the postseason tournament 5 times, and now you're the head coach in Commerce. This is a program with recent success, Division II power, and even last year, so close to getting to the finals of the Southland Conference tournament. Has that helped you, maybe the previous winning tradition, has that helped you in being able to build the program early on the way you want?
Yeah, I think past success has really helped us, especially with the 7 returners that we had. They've been a part of a winning program, know what it takes to win. And coming in and having those kids back has been really great. And then being able to add the newcomers that we added, I think it's a great thing.
So you lose a little bit of scoring from last year's team. Who have you seen this offseason be able to step up and fill into that main score role?
Yeah, I think we have a couple different players that could do that. And it's been a really exciting summer to see some of them step up. I can see Mia Deck doing it, Amaya Boyce, Mary Delgado. We have a core group of guards that are really talented and can go score the ball.
Yeah.
Jared Von Rosenberg, head coach of the Texas A&M Commerce men. I think a successful season, would you say, as first year of the Southland? You finish in 5th, in transitioning from Division II. How much did that experience maybe help you and the players coming back heading into year 2 as a Southland and Division I member?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just going from Division II to Division I. It's just such a different way to look at the season. When in a league where you're a one-bid league, it's really a tale of 2 seasons. All our preparation in the preseason is to get ready for conference. So I think our players handled that well. I think the experience of going through that for the first time will help us this year as a staff and as a team. We were excited about the opportunities we had last year. Obviously, we felt like we won some games we could have lost, and then we lost some games we could have won. So just being consistent and going back to work this summer and hopefully being a little more prepared for the entire season this year.
First year in the Southland last year, you go 9-9, finish 5th in conference. Let's say that was a report card. What grade would you give yourself?
I think about a B-. Like I said, there were some opportunities. I think I could have done a much better job. And just some preparation stuff leading into conference. But it's just like, every year's got its new adversity. Hopefully we can stay healthy. We really like the group we have. We return a lot of firepower from last year, being, Tommy, one of our leading scorers before he got injured. And then we added a lot of depth, I believe, by the route of junior college. I'm a big proponent of guys that have played in junior college. I just like the toughness that they bring with that. So we're excited.
You talk about junior college guards, and a lot of times people say that they struggle when they come into Division I programs. How do you help them overcome that hurdle of struggling and going from the JUCO level to Division I?
I think it really helps is we have a lot of returners that have been in those shoes before. And coming in this in the summer, there's certain things that you try to, and every player's a little different on how fast it clicks. Like you're saying, people go through it, but having the experience of coaching a lot of junior college players, I think helps our team.
Coach King, how important is it that you have Mia Deck, Olivia Russell, among others, come back and provide that experience for you in your first year?
Yeah, they've been great. The returners have been awesome from day one, and getting all of us new people, new players, ready for the Southland.
Tell us both. I haven't been to Commerce. Have you been to Commerce? You're from Dallas?
So my last high school game ever was actually at Texas A&M-Commerce. We lost the game before state.
Is that why you haven't gone back?
That's why I haven't gone back. I'm traumatized.
Be the chief of tours. Be a Chamber of Commerce member of Commerce, Texas. Tell us about Commerce and how nice it is to go visit.
Absolutely. It starts with our president, Mark Gruden, what he's done, his vision, why we're a huge reason why we're in the Southland Conference. I think it's a gem that even people at Dallas don't even know exists. When we bring people on campus, it exceeds expectations every time. So it's better than you think it's going to be. We play in one of the oldest gyms in the country. It's a dome. It's so unique that it's cool. So we feel really strongly about it, that we can recruit to the place. Our student athletes have a great experience on campus and in our community. So we're proud of it, and obviously I'm going into year 7, and I'll stay here as long as they'll keep me.
I think for me, being new, Commerce, the people have been amazing. You can meet new people on campus every single day, people at the grocery store, and they're so welcoming. They speak to you, they say hello, and always wanting to know how you're doing.
All right, 2 questions for both of you guys. What is the hardest part about coaching?
That's very open-ended.
Yeah.
He asked the tough question.
I just think, in Division II, we took a lot of one-year transfers, and now with the transfer portal era, the roster turnover, I think that's the hardest part. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a tough thing, but I think you really have to focus on every year really creating relationships. You can't just take it for granted that just because they're there or just because they return. You got to, like as you said earlier, you got to re-recruit, but you got to really get to know your team every single year, and that can be a challenge.
I agree with Coach. I think right now that's the hardest part for sure.
You're both picked about the middle of the league. So in the few seconds we have, we're about to look at schedules. What's the key to get into that top 4, even top 2, because that means 1 bye, if not a double bye, in the Southland Conference Tournament? Coach King.
I think for us, it's just going to work every day. Obviously being picked 8th, I think it'll be a great motivator for our team and our coaching staff. But for us, it's putting days together, stacking days where we're consistent. And just, when the games come, the outcome will be it what it is.
Yeah, I think it's just to echo what Coach said. We're so far from opening conference play that working on gelling our team through those first 13 preseason games, essentially, and being ready for conference play.
So you mentioned the preseason games, so let's take a look at the non-conference schedules for both the Commerce men and women. We'll go ladies first. And I really like this schedule, Coach King. You get Houston to come to you on December the 8th, and then before that, you'll head to Albuquerque, of course, where you were for 7 years as associate head coach, and then to Lubbock for the Lobos, and then the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Also, the Washington State-Idaho double as well, and you'll end your non-conference late New Year's Eve against Texas A&M. You are not one to run away from a challenge, that is for sure, as we look at your non-conference slate.
Yeah, our non-conference slate is challenging. I think it will get us ready for the Southland Conference, and I think it's going to put us in a good position.
And then on the men's side, we take a look at Jared Von Rosenberg's Lions schedule. Well, you want to talk about tough to start off. Ooh, there's no appetizer here. College Station, Lubbock, and Lexington for A&M, Texas Tech, and Kentucky. Then you head to Fort Wayne to take on Purdue Fort Wayne. What an amazing 4-game slate to start your schedule before you spend some more time at home.
Yeah, it'll be easy, Those 3 places. No, it's exciting. Our guys, the Kentucky matchup was something that we have some players from Northeast, and we try to get back. We recruit all over the country. We try to get back close and play some marquee games from our guys' home areas. So it's definitely challenging. We added one of those late in the middle, but it'll be great environments. We'll know a lot about our team very quickly, and we'll just move on from there.
Coach, what's the mentality? Going into those games, seeing almost perennial powerhouses in Kentucky, Texas Tech, A&M, what is the mentality going into those games?
It's trying to execute what we do. We're trying to be very simple but very efficient on both sides of the ball, and you can do those things even when you're playing big opponents if you execute a game plan.
Seeing Kentucky's roster, seeing how young they are, does that make you kind of a little bit more confident going into that?
I haven't gotten to Kentucky yet. We're going to deal with the first two first as we get there, but we'll figure it out when we get there.
Spoken like a true coach, one day at a time. Jonathan Rosenberg, Valerie King from Texas A&M-Commerce, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
We're not done with the Lions yet. We have key players from both teams. Let's go to Lily Gale. Lily.
Thanks, David. I'm sitting here with Tommy Lewis. So right off the bat, you guys have Texas A&M, Texas Tech, and Kentucky. Coming from being a D2 college back, 2 years ago at this point, playing in y'all's first season as a D1 college and university, what is it going to be like for you guys to take on these powerhouses of teams?
I would say it means everything to me, the team, and like the school. Just like from everywhere that we came from, being a D2 going to D1, it's obviously a big transition. And for me myself, I'm coming from a junior college, so it just means everything for me and my family.
So I know I've known a lot of JUCO athletes coming into D1 schools, and they have something to prove. What do you have to prove?
Just that I have the ability to play at this level and any level I put my mind to.
So Coach was talking about how you were the leading scorer, then you got hurt. What was that injury, and how long did it take you to recover? You know, all those things.
I had a seizure in January.
Wow.
And I would say I didn't get cleared until about April. So I was out for 3 months not being able to touch a basketball. And what was the other part of the question?
That was it. That was a perfect answer. That was good. So before the interview, we talked about if you weren't able to play basketball after you graduated college, you would do something with sports management. What would you like to do with that degree?
To be like a sports trainer or anything, just to keep me around the game. Like I have nieces and nephews, they look up to me, so I would do it for them, really.
Would you like to coach basketball?
Definitely.
That would be a lot of fun. So tell me a little bit about your nieces and nephews. I know you said that you're a big role model for them and they look up to you. What are their names?
I have my closest sister. We have the same mom and dad. She has two girls and one boy, and the oldest is the boy. He's in 7th grade, and then the youngest just started kindergarten this year.
Wow, that is awesome. So going back to basketball, we are just a few weeks away from the start of the season. What are you looking forward to the most? What are you excited for? What have you done in the off season to get ready for this season?
What I'm looking forward the most to is just being able to travel and play with my teammates. Because like I said, I had to sit out for 3 months without touching the basketball. I thank God every day that I get to play. Yeah. And then the second part of the question was
what are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to get back on the court, being with my teammates, being with my coach and staff, just playing basketball, having fun.
All right, so this is kind of a question, but we have a basketball right here, and I personally cannot spin it on my finger, but I would like to see you do it.
I got you.
Nice. Good job. Thanks, Tommy.
A little something.
Yeah. It was better than me. Austin, it's your turn. Let's go.
Thank you, Lily. I'm here with Mia Deck, one of 3 seniors on this year's squad. Mia, what is your mindset going into this year, stepping up and taking on more of a leadership role?
I feel like with taking on the leadership role, it's more about leading vocally by example. I know my tutor needs someone to speak up, someone to get them going when practice is getting low, be that person to pick us up in the game if something's going on, huddle my team up and get them going. So leading by example, that would be my number one goal.
You guys lost your top 3 scorers from last year. As a player on the court, how have you tried to step up your game and take on more of the scoring responsibility?
I feel like it started last year. Like you said, one of our highest scorings went down, and I had to take on the point guard role, and it was just a confidence thing. I mean, it's not something that's new to me. Basketball isn't new, so just being more confident in my game, building everybody's confidence in the team. So pretty much.
You are no stranger to this team, being on this team for the 5th year now, but your head coach, Valerie King, in her first year. What's that been like, having an opportunity to play for her?
It's been great. I think everybody came in, when Coach King came in, it was a restart. Everybody had to compete. It doesn't matter if you were a senior or a freshman. She's new to everybody. So we had to come in and work hard and prove ourselves. So it definitely built a competition in the gym, in the area.
I was just going to ask about that. You kind of said prove yourself. I mean, you've been here, you've proven yourself, but what was this off season like with everyone trying, to prove themselves and show what they can do for Coach King?
Like I said, it was a competition. It's every day, 1-on-1, 2-on-2. We're going at each other because we're trying to prove something, trying to prove that we can be on the court, everybody. So just competition is the main thing, working hard and proving to her that we can make the right moves on the court and do the right thing.
How does that make the team better when you guys are pushing each other every day in practice?
Just makes us elevate our game, makes us work together harder, makes us talk more, communicate, just building that team chemistry, just working hard. Yes, ma'am.
I know you love basketball, but you also have passions outside of basketball. I mean, you're a little bit of an artist. So, yeah, so in the break you drew something. You drew your logo.
I tried to.
And I'm really impressed with it. I want you to turn around so they can see it. Like, this is so good.
It was all right.
You did this. You weren't even looking at anything. Like, you weren't even going off of a picture. You just did this, like...
Yeah, the line's a little crooked, but it'll work. It'll do.
No, I'm really impressed. So you said you love music, fashion. I mean, tell me more about your passions outside of basketball.
I think it's just being artistic in general, like music, fashion, art. Those are all things where you can express yourself and your personality through clothes, paintings. I try to dip in fashion and modeling here and there, but just really expressing myself and my personality. That's how I get on my artistic abilities.
Who's like your fashion inspiration or icon?
My mom.
Your mom? Oh, she has
my
good
mom.
style?
I would say my mom. If we're talking celebrity, Rihanna. It's got to be Rihanna. That's who I look up to. I feel like we mirror.
Growing up, would you like always go in your mom's closet and like steal her clothes and shoes?
Of course, she'd hate it. She would call me after work and be like, "Where's my shirt? Where's my jewelry?"
You're like, "Sorry, Mom, I just was borrowing it."
Yeah.
Okay, well, I want you to sign this before you leave because it's so good. Like, I think we need to keep it for the rest of the day. You set the standard really high if we have anyone else draw their logo. So I'll have you sign it real quick. Really impressed with this. Perfect. And we'll show it one more time. What a great signature logo right there. Thank you so much, Mia. It was a joy having you. Good luck this season.
Thank you.